Photons. Photons are a unit of light. Everything we see is because our eyes receive the information the photons bring. Just like the bottle and the lid, all the eyes of this universe are all created to receive the information the photons bring. Different animals have differently designed eyes, but every eye is designed to convert the information the photon brings into electrical signals to be sent to the brain. An amazing fact about photons is that of all the fundamental components of this universe, the photon is the only component that we can create and which becomes non-existent once it reaches an eye. When a photon reaches the retina in your eye, or an equivalent such as the electronic image sensor in a digital camera, the photon ceases to exist. How does a photon become non-existent once it has served its purpose? Scientists don't know what happens to the photon that reaches your eye. Of all the fundamental components of our universe, the only component that can be created and destroyed is the photon. The photon energy carries a lot of information, and there are different wavelengths within this photon energy. The eyes of different animals process different wavelengths within this photon energy. The photon picks up information of the last atomic structure it bounces off. If a photon comes out of the sun, we see the sun. If a photon coming out of the sun bounces off the moon, we see the moon. Think about the photon. Every photon made by trillions and trillions of stars and suns are all the same. They are all the same size, the same shape, and they keep traveling for millions of years at exactly the same speed, the speed of light. Imagine our sun and all the other suns and stars in this universe. Imagine the number of photons that are created in 1 nanosecond. Now imagine every photon is created the same, and their transition from one location to another is at a straight line, and at the same speed for billions of years. How do they travel at the exact speed of light and in a straight line for billions of years? Now ask yourself, can this kind of precision exist without control? The answer is a very big no. It is scientifically impossible. How can trillions of photons which are identically the same be created every nanosecond if everything in this universe was a random event? How can these photons transition from one location to another at the same precise speed for billions of years, if there was no form of ongoing control? How does every photon know to travel at the speed of light? This is only possible if every photon is controlled by very advanced software. Every photon traveling at the same speed and every photon traveling in a straight line is irrefutable scientific proof that there is strict ongoing control in this universe. There is no single random event with photons. There are no faulty photons that are created that travel faster or slower, or faulty photons that can damage an eye. Photons were designed to carry visual information. With scientific certainty, we can say random events didn't create the photon and the eye. Just like the bottle and the lid, whoever created the photon created the eye. Whoever created the eye had good knowledge of the photon, and vice versa. The eye and the photon are two components of a working design that cannot be created by random events. We have to surrender to the science in front of us. We cannot deny facts. We are all living inside a matrix created by the gods. Our reality is simulated. All content in this video was excerpts from the book The Real Creator, available at Amazon Kindle. The link to the book is provided in the description below.